All right, good afternoon. We're going to open up this Park and Recreation Commission meeting and on October 5th, 2023. First of all, we'd like to start with attendance.
Travis Rice.
Nancy Moss.
Maureen Bird Blue.
Joseph Pico, Chair. I'd like to make a motion. Check that. Let's approve.
Yeah, first agenda item.
Yeah, the first agenda item. Let's approve. This is September commissioner meeting minutes.
So you
I make a motion.
You made a motion?
Yeah, I make a motion to approve it. Yeah. A second. All right, all in favor? All opposed? All right. New business. Lindsay?
Yep.
New business?
The Broadway Prince Park name ideas, I sent everyone the list.
Yes.
So the community has submitted a list of 60 names or potential name ideas for our soon-to-be newest park. Located right over where the old Planet Wings and post office used to be. The mayor has requested that the commission reviews the list in its entirety and narrow the list down to 10 potential names, which then the community will vote on. So, I don't know if you guys already reviewed it. If you have 10, maybe if we can try to figure out which ones we have in common, then we can.
Yeah, I mean, that's my question just when I was reviewing the memorial parks. Is there a reason behind, like, I mean, was there anything behind it, or do you just name them?
Memorial for the people.
Yeah, for the people.
So actually Nancy was just informing me about Mr. DeLuca. I guess that, so you said his business used to
His
be?
cleaning business was on Prince,
Right.
Okay.
on Prince.
Uh-huh.
And then he did a lot for the community,
Mhm.
but, and then the other one was Mr. Heitzman, who was mayor,
Correct.
right? Was there another one? I didn't think
There was
so.
another, was there
Was
a
there?
woman?
Susan
Oh.
Rush.
Yeah.
Or Station.
Yeah.
There's a Susan Rush.
I mean, I just didn't know if there was, like, when, with this list, like,
Mhm.
was there like another criteria to say we want it to be named this because of X, Y, Z?
If there was, I wasn't given that
Because I
reason.
kind of feel bad that we're not, you know, same thing, Benjamin
Oh,
Wigfall.
and
Or, you know, like, there's so many,
Mhm.
there's so many other, there's so many people's names that
Yeah.
I don't want to necessarily, James Knox Taylor Park,
Mhm.
I don't want to just, I mean, I think we kind of almost have to throw them to the wayside
Mhm.
because we don't have any background to it.
Right, it's not the same as
Which
like
is
when
like, I
people
feel
submit
bad.
an application
That's what I'm
with
saying, it's like, I feel
information.
bad in that regard because there probably is some very formidable names on this list
Okay.
that, you know, I recognize a few myself,
Mhm.
but also don't know them, you know, I don't know
Yeah.
personally, I don't know anything about it. So that was a question of mine.
Yeah, I mean, other than people must have
Yeah.
felt there was significance
Correct.
to those names, and this was kind of like an open call on
Yeah,
Engage
this is just
Kingston.
Engage Kingston.
Yeah, so, I think if you're, when considering what you think would be a good top 10, that's something that you'll personally have to consider. If you knew Mr. DeLuca and felt that he had a strong impact on the community, then that would make sense to me that you think that was a good name, and
Yeah.
others might not feel that way, but yeah, I think, and there's no like judgment or pressure. I think 60 is a lot to choose from for a whole community.
Yeah.
I think 10 is a.
Yeah, 10 is a lot,
Yeah,
right,
it's a lot.
right.
You know, especially for us, and they have
To
60
be honest
down.
with you, I don't even have 10.
Yeah,
I
me
didn't
either.
even narrow it
Yeah.
down to the 10.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think the most popular that I'm seeing on here, and Nancy mentioned, is post office.
Post office.
A lot of
Because it
people,
was there.
yeah,
Post Spencer Park.
I think that's a
I think all.
Yeah.
yeah,
And I was thinking that, and then I was thinking, well, if people coming into town, they were looking for the post office, they may end up there.
Oh, I remember
Right.
saying that.
Oh,
That
okay.
was just my thought.
Yeah,
I never thought of it that way.
It's.
I was just thinking because it was right there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
it was.
I think I like, Midtown Square, I thought was an
Yeah.
interesting one.
Mhm.
Maybe we wanna just review the list and
Okay,
just
all right.
start
Okay.
You get
one.
good.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll help with it,
I like when you guys take initiative, it's nice, all right.
I mean, this is what we do around here.
Yeah.
Audrey Lord Park, Lenape Square, Midtown Green, Midtown Square, Post Office Park, postal parcel.
So stop there. Can we put like question marks if we have? Happy.
Sure, I mean, yeah, so
I will say we have to come do with
Yeah,
this
just say
tonight,
it's-
this can't be a legal thing.
Tonight?
yeah.
Yes, that's why I was with you guys on this last week,
Yeah,
to review in advance.
You did.
In advance, the mayor, because he wants to get it out to the public.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's some general ideas, right, so yeah, so I think Midtown Square is something we
I
can,
do too,
we can just mark.
right,
Same thing we can look at, we can do all the post office ones, if that's something that we're somewhere in the
Yeah, if you
state.
like that theme,
but
then
I like the theme,
Yeah.
but I could narrow it down.
That's what I'm saying.
After you
Post
get
office park,
okay,
postal parcel, postal square, Goldenrod Park, Conjunction Junction, I don't think.
also, just so you know, there's some names on here that I don't know if anyone took seriously when they,
oh, I know, there was.
there's a couple funny ones there, so
Five
just.
Points, $1 Million Park.
Oh, that, yeah,
5 Points Park, because it is a 5 point, Harmony Square, we can, it's more, we can, yes, Old Post Office Sculpture Garden, I don't think that is
No.
the one. Heritage Post Park, again, I'm just gonna mark some just that I, don't have to, that doesn't be part of our 10. Serenity Park, Respite Park, Prince Park, Terminal Park, Memory Lane, Crossroads Park, Midtown Commons, Costa Verde, Broadway Green, Benjamin Wigfall, Art Space, so same thing, I kind of want to keep the names
Names down.
now, if that's okay with everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh,
So
she went
we-
right up there, so I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay,
Oh, just that's
Yeah,
easier.
yeah,
Right,
I
right,
just
right.
can't see it
Yeah,
either, so it doesn't
Complete
matter.
Circle Park, Post Office Corners, so again, if we're keeping the post office, theme, Postal Promenade, Poets and Bricklayers, which I don't think that that's really the spot for that. Vanderland Park, John Heights, the same thing, Idea, Kingston Commons, it's more.
We also already have a Broadway Commons, by the way, I know that's on the list there.
Oh, we do?
Yeah.
That's next to UPAC.
yeah,
Oh,
By the
okay.
mobile station.
Beautiful,
Okay.
alright, yeah. So yes, Postage Stamp Park, Postal Park. Kind of do already have a Postal Park, Post Office Park, Black Postmaster Park, the Post, James Knox Taylor, the 1908 Federal Park now, Penny Black Park, Little Kingston, Malcolm, it's extremely cool. Della Messiah, Buns, I think Clifton State needs to be separated. Buns
Funds Park, yeah.
Peace Parkland, Mariposa Parkland, Broadway Community Park, and we just Central Square,
Because I tried calling her.
the Prince Parks, Prince Park, Pine Grove Park. Pretty cool.
Pine Grove Park.
so like, I wrote that in
Yeah,
here.
So based off of that, I
Okay.
marked down Midtown Square, Liz, if you don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Midtown Square.
Yeah, it's.
So how many do you have?
Wait, so you said Midtown Square is one
Yeah,
of
the
the?
top, yeah.
So that's the,
These are just some that we
No, no.
just mentioned, yeah.
so there's about how many?
Okay, oh,
that we
she just-
decided?
Good, she highlighted.
Oh.
Alright,
And
okay,
then we come to, so we have Midtown Square, we have Post Office Park, and Postal Parcel. We did Postal Square, which is 11.
and number 11,
That's 4, right?
Yep, we did Harmony Square, which is 18. We have Heritage Post Park at 22.
Two.
You know, what, go ahead,
I
yeah,
was gonna say, I kind of like the Crossroads Park.
Crossroads Park, I like that one.
Yeah, alright, it's a nice one.
Yeah, that is nice.
We said Broadway Green.
That's too close to Academy.
Yep, that's
Yeah.
fine. Okay, I'm okay with keeping that off.
alright.
It's fine. This is.
Post Office Corners, is that
Post
one?
Office Corners is one, yeah. Postal Promenade, Promenade.
You wanna keep that on?
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, we
that's
can,
Promenade. Postal.
It's kind of like a formal thing.
Yeah, that is,
That doesn't have to
That
be
is-
there.
we can pull that off.
Wanna take it?
Okay. Yeah, take that off. This
it's
is
fine,
good.
no, this is just
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
tune to it, you know what I mean?
Yep, do we said Postal Corners, and then we did say Postal Park
Okay.
and Post Office Parklet.
What's the
Again,
one in,
That's weird.
Town
That's
Worcester, isn't that called?
It's called Post Park,
Post,
right?
oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
we don't need that.
Right.
So I took
Yeah.
Post Park
Well,
off.
Okay.
we put postal
Postal
park.
park.
Yeah,
okay.
and same thing, Post Office Park, flat.
We
We don't have the, I agree.
Postmaster park.
And I think the last one was Broadway Community Park and Central Square, which are towards, kind of towards the.
So how many do we have?
That's about 10.
I was counting.
Oh, then where?
Did you say Central Square?
I did,
Okay,
yeah. Yeah, Central Square and Broadway Community.
I don't mind Prince Park.
Prince Park, sure.
Is it Prince, right? Is that Prince? It's
Prince.
Prince and
Right.
Broadway.
Oh, Prince Street, yeah.
The double Ps, I think that's.
Yeah,
what it's
sure.
called.
Yeah.
All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So if you highlight column B,
7.
you go to custom sort.
Oh.
No, I'm just.
Forgot this. No, you know what, we're gonna do that,
Yeah,
it's,
sort filter,
sort and filter.
and then go to
Oh,
custom
wow.
sort. If you
Where
click-
did it go?
Oh, no.
If you go, yeah, and then click custom sort.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing on computers all day.
Hit, cancel.
That's good.
Yeah, custom, yeah, sort and filter.
It's a custom, right?
Yeah, custom sort.
That's all that's coming up.
Continue with the current selection. And then we're gonna, yeah, so now instead of my cell value, you're gonna say cell color. And the color's gonna be yellow. Or no color, that's fine, so go to the rough yellows at the bottom.
Oh, there they are. So how many do we have?
Thanks. Not to it.
Right.
That's enough.
9, 10, 11, 12.
All right, so we have to take two out.
Take two out.
All right, so let's start.
Could be one of the,
Yeah, one of, yeah.
one of the post things, because there's so many of them.
Postal parcel.
Yeah.
That's what they got.
Yeah.
Take that one off?
Yeah.
Yep. Good job, everyone.
Yeah.
All right.
Harmony Square, I don't know.
Did I click that on accident? Did you say Harmony Square? Or-
I don't-
I did, I just,
All right.
we could pull it off, I'm cool with that.
Sure.
Yeah,
Just
I
like-
just.
You like that one?
You like it?
Oh, no, I think I like that one better
Yeah.
than the Heritage Post. I didn't select that one, but
Oh.
Oh, that Heritage
Heritage.
Postcard?
Heritage Post Park.
Yeah, just take that. Please.
Harmony Square, I like better than that.
Square has a good tune to your ear.
All right.
You know what I mean?
I like it.
You don't like it now?
No, I do.
Oh,
I said I like it. No, I said
All
I
right, well,
That's 10 right there.
So we have 10?
like it. You guys go.
Midtown Square, Post
Yeah.
Office Park, Postal Square, Harmony Square, Crossroads Park, Post Office Corners, Postal Park, Broadway Community Park, Central Square, Prince Park.
Yeah.
All right.
I say we go with those numbers,
right, that's it.
those names with mayor's discretion of changing whatever else you would like to.
Or yeah.
Correct.
Right, all right.
Yeah, so I think his goal is to get that, to the community as soon as possible, so then he can put it probably to the council by November's meeting.
Okay.
Okay, all right, yeah, we got that accomplished.
Good.
How's that, Lynn?
That was great. That was great. Why can't I do all my stuff? Trying to save this. Okay. I'll save it now. All right, so I will submit that to there.
Ready?
All good?
All right, so. We're on 3 actions, discussion items, action discussion items, excuse me, department program update.
Yes. So just a couple of updates since our last meeting. I promised you all information about Boo at the Zoo. Here's a flyer. I can send you guys copies. I don't have to read here, but,
Did you go?
5:30 is when the event starts.
No.
6:30 movie start time.
You know,
Just-
Oh.
Going to print out ribbons?
Good.
I didn't print them out, they were given to me.
And then the
Nice try,
movies
Joe.
and.
Yeah,
They
nice try.
that before.
They weren't my flyers, this was a gift.
Yes.
Nice.
Well,
Okay.
It's just that I know, some of you guys aren't too great with computers, so I figured if I had hard
Perfect.
copies.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But I think those were meant to be hang up in the building, so I will leave one back.
Okay.
Good one, Lindsay.
But I can also email you a copy, so
Yes.
make sure you look for it.
Okay, yeah, that works.
Yeah.
I can send it to.
All right, so this is a great event. I know you all have probably been there at least once or twice, seen it. It is a lot of fun for the kids and the family. This year, we're adding a movie afterwards, Hocus Pocus.
Right.
It's me and Travis's generation there, so, yeah, so this is gonna be a good one. If anybody's interested in volunteering, please let Mark D-Day know. I'm always looking for volunteers, so, yeah, just,
21st.
yep, 21st. You are busy, you Travis. Yeah, it is. I have one the following weekend, actually, yep. Yeah. It's crazy. All right, yes, so volleyball, indoor volleyball began on Monday. We have a lot more teams this year, so we actually expanded to the Rondout Center.
Wow.
Yeah, which is, it took a while for us to figure out how we could get, stanchions in there. We thought we'd be putting them in the ground, but long story short, we basically have the old school ones, the rollaway ones. And so, yeah, so on Monday nights, there's teams playing at Rondout Center and Midtown Center. That's the only way we can make it work with that many teams, so that way they're not playing so late into the evening.
What's the hour of the schedule?
Say again?
What time do they play?
The first game always starts at 5:45, and then it depends on the night of the week.
But they're different nights.
Yeah, Mondays and Tuesdays. Yeah,
Monday to Tuesday,
Yeah.
okay.
Mondays and Tuesdays. And I think there's an intramural group that plays on Wednesday nights, but that's not like league play. There's a group of people that I think are also in the league, but they just like to play a little bit more. So we were able to work it out with our staff.
Something's wrong with this picture.
What?
There's an intermittent.
Is a what?
There's a team that plays on Wednesday volleyball, right? And how come there's not a over 50 league yet playing? I'm. That boggles me.
Because you don't have an employee to run it.
Okay, good.
Casey runs volleyball, so she is able to run volleyball depending on the night.
Oh,
I
now.
don't have another rec leader to run over 50 at this time.
Completely.
But if you talk to the mayor and tell him, we need another rec leader, that might work.
You think that'll work?
That might work. You say you're best friends with them, so I mean,
And then over 50s.
Yeah.
Because of the league.
listen, we're trying to make it work. We have that and we have indoor pickleball are the two things that we're trying to figure out how we can make it work with limited resources.
Okay.
So that's.
They should shut me up.
I'm just letting you know it's in the work. I try, see, it's not comparing you to a toddler, but I try not to tell you too much with it, I don't want to get your hopes up. I'm saying I'm not,
see you again.
I'm not comparing you to a toddler. But I just feel like if I throw it out there, like, hey, this is what we're working on, it's gonna be like, Lizzie, when are you doing that? Didn't you say you started that? So now that you brought it up,
Right.
it is in the works. We're
Oh.
trying to figure out staffing.
And when.
Yes, exactly. Thank you, Nancy.
Oh.
Yes,
You're welcome.
exactly.
Who and when.
Who and when.
Woo, man.
Yes. But we didn't forget about 50-year-olds, 55, 60, whatever it is, whoever it is, yeah. Speaking of basketball, over 30, registration is open. Now, you're welcome to play over 30, though, you just know that. Yeah, you are welcome to play with the youngins, I mean, that's your choice. That's your niece's choice, but.
I'm not saying anything else
I'm
about
just
basketball
saying,
tonight. You got it tonight, Lizzie.
All right.
You got it. It's a homework record. You got it.
All right.
You got it tonight. I'm coming back.
Just for the night.
You got me for
All
tonight.
right, that works. Registration is open, Biddy, it's open, we, so far, I think we have about 100 kids registered, that's not including 14 to 18. Are you interested in coaching? You have to show- Just had to throw it out there on the record, put it on the spot like that.
That's fine.
No, that's all right. 14 to 18, I mentioned to some of you guys, before that we are looking to push the 14 to 18 program back a little bit. So that way we can include more kids once the basketball season's over. So generally we start, January, towards the end of January, we're gonna try to push it back, to the end of February, so we can expand that program a little bit. We usually only have 4 or 5 teams. We're hoping to get somewhere between 6 and 8 this year. Yeah, so that's, we're hopeful about that. Yep.
What about flag football?
Oh, yes, flag football, thank you. We have not gotten the start yet because of the weather. But we, the last 2 weeks, well, last week and now this weekend, we're gonna be forced to have, to cancel. We're looking to do both makeup games next week, hopefully, so. Yes, so now because Deep's being closed, those are on Saturdays at Lauren Park. We had arranged for Sundays to be the makeup day. We have that built into the schedule. Sundays just are tough for people, so it's just not.
Right.
The tough part is, Lauren Park doesn't have lights, so we can't have those games in the evenings, there. So we're probably gonna do our makeup games at Block now that,
I was just gonna
softball's
say,
over.
back when I
Yeah.
played, we played a block.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
They still have the.
Just trying to-
No, I appreciate that.
That was you and Lindsay.
But yeah, so we're probably gonna try to, put both, makeup games next week, because we gotta catch up. This is one of those programs that's hard to get, if you get behind, and with the cold weather, it gets tough to make those games up. So we're hopeful that once we catch up, we'll be all right.
No, it would be cool, like, for the Super Bowl of that, to bring them to like the indoor, football, stadium in Marvel. I think they have indoor,
Milton?
Milton, yeah, Milton Dome, that'd be cool, or,
They have an indoor
yes.
facility?
Soccer.
No, they
But it's for-
too.
Oh, I think they, yeah,
They
they
football.
field hockey too, don't they?
Yeah, so, yeah, they call it sports, I think that.
Yeah, cool.
Sports Dome, yeah, so that'd be cool, for like a Super Bowl, for them to go there for the Super Bowl, and it's nice, spacious,
Yeah,
it's really big, and you have, fans and everything, so that'd be a nice Super Bowl for the kids.
Some dimensions to build one here.
Yeah,
Huh?
So it's just.
yeah. Gotta work on the indoor facility.
I didn't say that, but
Yeah. I mean, that would,
Lindsay, you were talking about, senior trips.
yes,
It's casino trips?
Yeah.
So.
so we're having a really hard time getting in touch with the casino, and that's key
That's what I
because,
said, right?
yes, and that's the whole, the whole selling point is they give you the vouchers and, because it's weekday morning that you're bringing a bunch of people. So we've been trying for about 2.5 weeks now, we're having a tough time. We can't even get anyone on the phone, so we're trying, we were aiming for the first week in November, now we're looking at the second week in November, assuming that we can yeah.
no, listen, you should call, the one in Newburgh. And maybe you get connected, because they're the same resort, so maybe that's another option you can call to get you to them, how you wanna do it. Yeah, no, I'm just saying to connect.
To make a
to
connection.
yeah,
Oh, yeah,
connection
maybe they have a
contact.
name.
Yeah, maybe someone can get us a name.
The resorts, one
Yeah.
resort.
Yeah, right.
They're both the
There.
same name?
Mhm.
I didn't know that.
It's the same.
Resort, Hudson Valley,
Yeah, Catskill.
and the other one.
Catskills, and then there's one in
Okay.
Vegas, the big one's in Vegas.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully they can get us a contact.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yep. But if, so if we can get that going, we're probably looking at the second week of November for that. So that's a good tip though, thank you, so we can try to get someone on the phone.
I wouldn't like it. For a concert, like at the garden or something, that'd be cool.
Ugh.
You
It's a
know,
little, it's a little pricey,
Expensive.
yeah,
And they want the,
they want the casino, we tried it, yeah,
no, I'm just saying,
yeah,
oh, another
Right.
idea.
oh, yeah, I mean,
That's
Back in the
perfect.
day, we used to do a baseball game.
Yep, I remember going to the games, yeah.
Slowly kind of petered out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's.
The group, they don't, a lot of these places don't offer group rates that you would expect,
Not
like,
anymore.
yeah, we thought when we reached out to a couple of places, we thought they would give us like a wholesale kind of price, but
Even the bus, you said.
yeah, the buses, it doesn't matter,
That's what you said.
you're paying $1,400 regardless, and,
Wherever you go.
yep, yeah, minimally, yeah, like to the casino, it's $1,400. So that's why it's important to fill the bus but there's nothing, we don't have any other costs with the casino, which is nice.
Right.
So we did the trip in May, but that was, we had to pay. And again, I don't believe that was like a group rate or anything. It wasn't awful, but it's hard to offset the cost, because to me, what you're getting, $85 to me sounded like a good deal, but if people are on fixed incomes, that I can understand that's probably a lot. But yeah, we're trying, we always ask them every time we go on a trip, we do a little survey, say, what do you guys wanna do? And when are you guys doing the casino again? So,
Interesting. And the COVID numbers are, going up again too,
Yeah.
so those big groups,
yeah,
Madison Square Garden groups or something like that.
Yeah.
so, yeah.
The Rockettes, didn't we
Yeah.
go there once?
Yeah,
I think, yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
we did. That was fun.
Yeah.
Rob and I, shop around. It was fun. We had such a great time with them. It was a good time. Those were good old days.
Yeah.
all right, full business.
All right, old business. So we have to, vote on 256 Washington Avenue. And,
Which we all see ahead of time.
we already see it ahead of time. We all looked
Right,
at
after
it.
review.
We already reviewed it. And based on the decision in lieu of Parkland fee recommendation, we decided to
We're gonna put up a
vote to assess the fees in full.
Yeah.
In full, so 256 Washington Avenue. All right, so
I'll vote to assess the fees in full for 256 Washington Avenue.
So will I.
all right,
I also,
we got 4, and
Joe, you have to say your vote.
and my vote to assess the fee,
That makes.
256 Washington Avenue. All right, so,
No.
and there's no nays. All right, so at this point, we're gonna assess the fee. Again, in 256 Washington Avenue, Will Park and Recreation, in lieu of park land fees and recommendations. All in favor? All opposed? All right. So now we're gonna go to 80 Washington Avenue. And to vote in lieu of park fee recommendations. And we're also gonna to assess the fee in full. Travis
I'll also vote to assess the fee in full.
So will I.
and Marie.
I agree to assess the fee.
So at this point, we're gonna all agree to assess the fee on 80 Washington Avenue. All in favor?
I.
All opposed? Okay, that's that. So the next schedule.
Any other business?
I have a couple follow-up items.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I didn't
Yeah.
see anything else, I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. No, so you guys had asked about IVs. So I did make the request. I have not heard back yet, but I just wanted to let you know that the request has been submitted to the mayor and the clerk to see if we can get those made up. I'll let you know once I hear back.
Nancy wanna know which ones were you talking about?
No, wait, what do you mean?
No, I'm saying.
No, she said the badges,
Yeah.
the name tags, name tags.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
just like they were.
Yeah, we couldn't get the ones like the police officers, we don't wanna confuse anyone,
We didn't
so.
say, we
Yeah.
didn't say we wanted
Yeah, the
that.
plastic ID ones, all
We
right?
didn't want that, we
All right.
just want to be identified when we come to the scene.
That's exactly the same way that one I have, it says City of Kingston, it will say
That's what we
recognition, right, that's what we're proposing.
Okay.
Simplicity, that's what we.
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple.
They said no to the hats and gloves and, zip ups.
Uniform.
And your Nikes, they said no, but we're considering the plastic IDs, okay?
There you go.
All right. I know you had asked about Thanksgiving, to be able to cook. It is tentatively on the calendar. We just have to, discuss some logistics with the mayor. So I will follow up with you directly once I have that other information. Those were my follow-up items that I had from last meeting, so I have to.
So we did the improvements to the Hub Park Pavilion, right?
Yes, oh yes, the ARPA project, yes.
great.
Yeah, yes, that
I
was.
missed that, I ain't go by and see, I check it out.
Yeah, there's some photos that the mayor had posted on Facebook. Yeah, that was done actually fairly quickly. Yeah, they did a great job. Julie was project manager on that. She closed it out quickly, got it done, and we're moving on to the next.
Okay.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Yep. Thank you.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Any other old business? That's not here.
Said, I think we need to think about for the next meeting, if we have any other recommendations for people to come in,
Yes,
to join the commission. If we have anyone
Yes.
that's in mind.
I
to
can
recommend.
contact you.
Yeah, yep, you can, my office, we'll send them the link. I mean, there's a formal link that we have. It's up on the website and on our Facebook page, but yeah, if anybody just wants to call and ask for more information, that's okay.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. Looking for some dedicated people that want to contribute to our community.
Okay.
I'll send you guys these flyers for apply for Hocus Pocus and the group is Zoom. I know we're not there yet. We'll discuss it at the next meeting, but just keep in mind, we're getting near the holiday season. We're gonna start talking about the holiday party at the Midtown Center. Our staff have kind of already started talking about it, so that will probably be on the agenda for the next meeting.
Right, and transportation,
Transportation, we are just contracting out this year. We're not messing around with David, and
Yeah, sure.
yeah,
we're gonna take care of that.
do that. Okay, good. All right, so if all hearts and minds are clear, the next meeting, is scheduled on Thursday, November 2nd at 5 p.m. Location, conference room, City Hall. I'm gonna make a motion to end this meeting.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Hey,